Hi, my name is Brooke Dixon, and today I'll be talking to you guys about the alphabetic principle. The definition of alphabetic principle is the understanding that there are systematic and predictable relationships between written letters and spoken words. Within the alphabetic principle, there has to be some decoding, which is converting a coded message, or in this case, is going to be a coded word, into intelligible language. For this instructional demonstration today, I'm going to be showing how to orally sound out a regular word. So keep in mind that my goal is to be a middle school teacher. I do not have students with me right now, so this is all make-believe. And with that being said, you would think that this may be a little bit more difficult and complicated since this is for older students, but it's going to be more simple, so they'll be able to grasp these concepts before moving on, since these students do have learning disabilities. So it's important first that they get these concepts before moving on later down the road. So the standard today that I'm going to be doing is going to be followed under reading literary text, and it is about the principles of reading. This is going to be with 5th grade students because that is the early levels of middle school, and it's standard 3, know and apply grade level phonics and word analysis skills in decoding words. As I mentioned before, this is for students who do have learning disabilities, so it is a little bit more simple, but we're going to get through this together and make sure that we are able to grasp these concepts before moving on. Since I already shared the standard with you guys, we're going to be going over the lesson today. I'm going to be showing you guys how you would do this within a classroom with your own students. It could be with a small group or a large group. Either way works, but just make sure you're individually calling on students to grasp that concept. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how to assess your students by using an assessment. So this is how we will do today. And this is a make-believe class, so we're going to be using our imagination a little bit. Hi class, today we're going to be working on the alphabetic principle. This basically just means that we're trying to understand the relationship between words and between written and spoken words. The way we're going to learn this is by me telling you on my turn, I'm going to be going, then we're going to do it together. Then I'm going to say your turn. We're going to do it as a class, but be prepared because I want to be individually calling on you guys. So this is where we're going to do it. Just a quick little side note. I'm going to be using these flashcards. As a teacher, there's several different ways you can do this. You can do this on a plain whiteboard. You can do this on Quizlet, which I actually like as well because that's a way to use flashcards, and it also gives an audio portion. So if students are by themselves, they can go on Quizlet, they can click on the words, go over the words, and then hear the person say the word if they aren't pronouncing it correctly, just to make sure it is pronounced correctly. So it's a way to also have that independent practice. But the flashcards here that are present, it could be a way to just quickly go through it. And as a teacher, if you have to put images on it as well for more difficult words, you can definitely do that. But these are just 3-letter words. They're more simple, and we'll go through it quickly because this is just the beginning stages. So I'm going to show you a word, and I'm going to use my fingers from left to right. I'm going to position them so you can be able to follow along. So let's begin. My turn to sound out a word. The word we're going to be using is set. Okay, so now we're going to do it together. Let's sound out this word. What word is that? Set. Good job. So now it's your turn. Ready? Good job. All right. Jamal, your turn. Great job, Jamal. Exactly right. Okay, next we're going to do this word. Mop. Now let's do it together. Mop. Good job. So now I want to hear you guys do it. You ready? Good job, mop. Sarah, your turn. I want to hear you do it. Great job, Sarah. Mop. The last word we're going to be doing today, for right now, is this one. Can. All right, let's do it together. Can. All right, I want to hear you guys do it. You ready? Can. Great job, class. Now I want to hear you say it, Rebecca. You ready? Great job, Rebecca. Can. Okay, so I would continue to do that for a few words until I feel like my class has grasped that concept. I'll probably go a little bit slower than that just to ensure that it is pronounced correctly and just getting through that. And so once we do that, I also want to add in that positive reinforcement is really good to use in your class. Like you could hear me say, I was saying, great job. And if they do get it wrong, to make sure to redirect that, but do it in a way that does not discourage your students, but promotes positivity and shows them that it's okay to mess up, but just keep going. So finally, for this assessment, what I would do is I would have a list of these words prepared. I would probably have it on a piece of paper so the kids can see it. And I would have them do an assignment on the board together, but then individually I would call each student back to my desk one at a time, just so I can hear them say these words one-on-one. So I would go through this list with them, I would listen to them pronouncing it, and I would be making sure they're saying each syllable correctly. That's really important because having that one-on-one time with the students shows individually how that particular student is doing, instead of doing it out loud in front of everyone where it's kind of hard to hear, kind of hard to understand. And so I just feel like that's a really good way to do it that way. So yeah, overall, that's exactly what we would be doing. It's just a really good assignment and a really good way to promote alphabetic principles within the classroom. Thank you.